Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go, baby.
Ready! 30 base. X3, 218, chopper. Go.
Motion.
They'll run on first down. Right, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Ready!
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now a give, right side. It's right. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. Catch made here by Campbell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
You don't know no better. 5.
throwing, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Shoot. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Hey, Sam on. Yep.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, seam 6.
56. Mike's 56.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you.
Hey, Echo.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a give, right side. Right. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
I know you feel that.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Now! 50 to go.
Henderson going to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, wahoo!
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Cut! Hit it!
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Roll out.
Rush in. Hey.
Go.
Kill.
Shoot.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Stick. Wide open receiver, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Hey, lock it. Go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Hard. Hey. Ready?
On second down, here's Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
56. Mike.
Stick from the gun. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Ready, set.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Got it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second down, it's Henderson. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Squeeze. Go. Yes.
Hey, check 24. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Fire.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now Stick. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Bravo.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Protein spill.
Bang, 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 bang.
Let's go.
Stick looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
61, matchbox white. Hey, high 7.
Jones now throwing again. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Jones hit and the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Watch that in,
Looking to throw. Jones. This is Johnson. He's got it. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Go, go. Ready?
Now Jones throwing on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Watch left. Tight now.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
You think you gonna get this?
Hey.
You think you gonna get this?
Hey, Haywood.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Switches.
Recon, 132 fighter. Gone. Hey, Foxtrot. Get it.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20.
32 jump bomber. 22 jet bomber.
25. Check 25.
They go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Results in a 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Allen. He can't get him down. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Undercut. Look at me. Go on. Mike.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Hey, Sam.
They'll try to right side here with Fournette. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Rock it. Look at me. Zipper. Good.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Yep. Go out.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point.
Five down. Stand up.
Hey, Irvin. You draw Corker.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stick. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Stick looking to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, Some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
80 weapon. Snap.
Here's Henderson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. Campbell making the catch. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Henderson now on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big run by the big man Fournette. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run with Carson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Easton Stick, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Parkey with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. after the score, it's Parkion to kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Now a run with Henderson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run once more with Henderson, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
4 down.
Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, Henderson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
6-6, pull it, get it.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Jones on first down. And this is incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Here's Jones to throw again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the kick by Butker is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Go on, go on. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Watch your slack. 49.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stick. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Henderson, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Henderson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, rock it, go.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 10 logo.
Keep 15. Single. That's single slot.
Defense.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
Come on, set. 30 base.
I got you.
He's back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Go
4
now.
yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey.
They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Johnson's got it complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their all over but the shout.